Hello, Pre-Algebra. Ba-ba-da-da-ba-ba-ba. Video 1, we are starting Chapter 12. We are starting geometry. Woo! Yay! I can just hear you all cheering right now. You're so excited. Today, we're going over some basic figures. So, in order to start, please set up 4 columns. You are going to need the full page. If you could see through my little cover sheet here. And again, we've got figure, name, symbol, and description. Okay. First one. We've got a point. You'll see that, and it's just going to look like point A. It's called point A. The symbol is A. The description, this shows the exact location in space represented by a dot. Kidoki. The next one, segundo, is a line. This is a line that kind of goes on forever and ever and ever. We're going to call it line BC, right? Because these 2 points are on it. It looks like just BC with a line over it. It has the arrows. It's really important that it has the arrows. If it doesn't have the arrows, it's no longer a line, but a line segment. And a line is described as a set of points that extends infinitely in opposite directions, right? If this were a number line, this is going to go all the way towards positive infinity, and that's going to go all the way towards negative infinity, right? Opposite directions. Third, we have, now this is just a flat, almost like a flat piece of paper, and these are called planes. Not like airplanes, but geometric planes. Plane ABC, that's what it's called, and that's how you'll see it. It doesn't have any fancy symbol like this. And this is a flat surface that extends infinitely in all directions. It's hard to visualize some of these geometric things because it's kind of a theory, but an example of a plane is just a piece of paper. So imagine that this piece of paper just went on forever and ever in all different directions. That'd be a lot of trees. Come on, we gotta save the trees, right, guys? But it's important to know that it's flat. Another example is my desktop, right? Imagine that it went on forever and ever. These are all examples of planes. Planes just go on forever, and in these planes, that's where shapes exist. Okay, I'll say that again. In planes, in these kind of fields, if you will, that's where shapes exist. Okay. All right, the fourth one we're going to go for, much like a line, however, this one stops at the points. These are segments or line segments. The key difference between a line and a line segment is these end points. It does not extend. There are no arrows. It does not extend beyond the points. This ends here. Okay. Next one. Here we have an endpoint and an arrow. These are called rays. Rays, JK. You'll see that with an endpoint clearly over whichever point is the endpoint. Notice how it's not KJ, right? It's not this. It's not that. It is important in geometry to make sure that you have your lines set up the correct way. Again, this is a part of a line with one endpoint in one direction extending infinitely. Okay, I've got 2 more on this page. Ooh. Actually, this is my last one. My bad. Okay, this is an angle. Not an angel. Make sure that your L is before your E. An angle has this point here with a ray coming up and then a ray going this way. Now, this point M is our vertex. Make sure that you get to know this word and that you can tell which one is the vertex. That's V-E-R-T-E-X, vertex. Vertex is the corner point. Think of a book where the book bends. That's the vertex right there. Bam, wham. This is angle LMN. Notice how the vertex is in the middle? Again, even when you see it symbolically, you have this little angle thing, and our vertex is in the middle. That's what this little note is right here. When naming an angle, the vertex must be the center point. This is not angle MNL. No, it's not. My vertex is the center. Angles are figures made up of two rays and a common endpoint. That means they share this endpoint, making it a vertex. Okay. What we're going to be doing, especially in geometry, is we're going to be focusing a lot on angles. Today we're going to learn how to describe and define angles, and you're probably going to be pretty familiar with all these. You're going to be like, oh, that's easy. Oh, that's great. I hope so. This is a little bit of review, and then we're going to step it up. Okay. So we've got these three angles. I've labeled them all angle X, Y, and Z. Angle X is an acute angle. Just think small things are, oh, they're so cute. That has a measure. Whenever you see the M before the angle, that means the measure of angle X is less than 90 degrees. Right, this is the alligator, this is the angle. The measure of angle X is less than 90 degrees. Right angles, that's where we see the little box in the corner. That's telling us that it's a right angle, and the measure of angle Y, in this case, is exactly, it equals 90 degrees. For angle Z, the measure is greater than 90 degrees, making it an obtuse angle. I know some of you guys have learned this last year, and some of you the year before, but it's important to have this as a basic upon which we can build. Okay, now, whenever we have a straight line, this is angle W. Now, it's a straight line, but the measure, notice how I have that fancy little arc there. That's indicating that I'm measuring it. That's a straight angle. All right, this straight line. Straight lines have the measure of 180 degrees. And this kind of makes sense. Because look, if I have one right angle here, but then I just extend this line to go this way, well, it'd be 90 degrees plus 90 degrees. 90 plus 90 is 180. A straight angle has two right angles, where a straight angle measures 180 degrees. Okay, what we're going to be focusing on a lot in your homework, quizzes, and tests is finding missing measures. Now, because we know this kind of business, we're going to be able to find these missing measures, hopefully without any issue. So what we're asked to do is find the measure of A, B, C. So we've got this information. I'll give you a second to write that down. We have that angle ABD is 180, or rather is 90 degrees. That should say degrees, not just 90. Okay. ABD is 90. And we know that it's a right angle. That's what right angles are. We see that CBD, rather the measure of angle CBD is 27. Well, we could find the difference to find ABC. That is 63 degrees. Just simple subtraction. I know my definitions. I know the angles based on those definitions, and therefore I can conclude the total angle. Okay. The final one is something like this. Okay. So we're told that the measure of angle XYZ is 57 degrees. Now we're asked to find XYW. When WYZ is 23. So we're given the measure of the total angle and the measure of this smaller one. But now we're asked to find, let's see, we know this is 23 degrees. This we don't know. That's what we're looking for. So again, we subtract. 57 minus 23 equals 34. So the measure of angle XYW is 34 degrees. Okay. If you have any questions, guys, please feel free to email me. You guys know all my contact info. I hope this helps, and I love you guys very much. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.